Hi, Evangelina Belina. This is Mommy. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for Mother's Day so we can spend some time together. Today, I'm reading the #1 New York Times bestseller, Steam Train, Dream Train. Steam Train, Dream Train by Sherri, Duskey, Rinker, and Tom Lichtenheld. Lichtenheld. That's a C. Maybe I should go get my glasses. Maybe not. We'll see. Steam Train, Dream Train. It's a really long train. You know what's cool is here in West Covina, we grew up listening to the train when we were children, and you could hear it at night passing by. And back in the day, they didn't have an underpass for the cars and for the train to go on the overpass. So we would get stuck for at least 30 minutes waiting for a really long train with like 200 crates for cargo that would pass by. And sometimes if it got stuck, we would be stuck in traffic. I think only one time I heard of an accident that happened there. So it's really important to follow railroad safety and stay behind, not to stay on the tracks and stay away from the tracks just in case you are stopped by traffic, okay? But look at this cargo. I see some animals. Does that look like a dinosaur? Check it out. My grandma, Lomitila, used to love counting the cargo crates as they went by. Through the darkness, clickety-clack. Coming closer down the track. Hold your breath so you can hear. Huffing, chuffing, drawing near. It looks like a hare type of rabbit. Or maybe a jackrabbit. A whistle blares out in the night, a mighty engine, wondrous sight. The smokestack puffs, the big wheels grind. The trusty tender's close behind. Cling, clang, the bell rings out on top. Hissing steam, brakes squeal, then stop. The driver signals to the crew. Each worker knows just what to do. Quick, before it gets too late, start to load up all the freight. Everything will soon be stowed. A train car matched to every load. Okay, it's almost like Noah's Ark with all the animals. Train version. The crew slides back the boxcar doors and tumbles in to start their chores. They whirl, twirl, cartwheel, jump, but cargo stowed without a bump. Ooh, I like how the monkeys here are helping. Things that rock and roll and spin, all are juggled safely in. Now that's talent. Can you juggle? I can only juggle 2 things at a time. Maybe I'll show you after. The freight is loaded as they play. They work and bounce the night away. Building blocks, erector sets, bikes and kites, and model jets. The boxcars made to safely haul almost anything at all. Do you see that? They're on a pogo stick. That looks fun. It's funny because they already hop. They're hopping on a pogo stick. I didn't know camel's humps could carry so much. When Evangelina and Belina were little, we used to have a set of blocks like this, and they could build for hours. The hopper's top is open wide, so cargo can be poured inside. The crew hops to it, one and all. They get to work and have a ball. Then with a bounce, a pounce, a leap, 3 boys jump in and fall asleep. Tankers lined up in a row are getting filled with paints to go. Purple, yellow, green, and blue, a color convoy coming through. Look at these purple elephants, and they have different color hats. Purple, that looks like yellow, green, light blue. These animals are very hardworking. Do you notice the owl? The owl in many cultures has been a sign of wisdom and knowledge. The reefer car is snug and cold. Its chilly box can safely hold frozen treats for every stop, like a rolling ice cream shop. The train car's packed, the crew sits back and chills out with a midnight snack. You see that? That's a really big ice cream. He has 4 scoops. Back in the day, there was a store called Thrifties, and then it turned into Rite Aid. And they used to use these cylinder-shaped, really huge scoops, and we loved going to get ice cream there when we were little. It was so delicious. 10 hard workers lend a hand to fill the gondolas with sand. Sand for castles, moats, and more. Sand for tunnels, sand galore. That's a lot of sand. Sand galore, that's a lot. Oh, they're building a sand castle here. Can you see it? Stacked up on the auto rack, 6 race cars for a private track. Rainbow colors, flames and stripes, shiny engines, chromy pipes. The auto rack will gently keep these fast cars all fast asleep. These fast cars all fast asleep. Check those out. The well cars carry giant beasts, munching on enormous feasts. Bronchiosaurus likes the view, while T-Rex gets a bone to chew. Do you see that? That's a Bronchiosaurus. And a T-Rex, although his head looks different. It doesn't really look like a T-Rex to me. Look at his head. That looks a little different than a T-Rex. The flatbed cars are rolling beds. The weary crew can rest their heads and settle in and tuck in tight. Their work is finished for tonight. Aww, they even have little beds and everything. They bed share. You know, in my culture, in the Mexican culture, Mexican family, Mexican American culture, it isn't uncommon to bed share when your kids are little. Or kids tend to, crawl into their parents' beds, and it's so normal. It's normal in a lot of cultures, actually. The red caboose is last in line. From the lookout, all looks fine. So if you didn't know, caboose means the very last cargo part in the train. The freight and crew are tucked away. The next stop is another day. Aww. There's a hiss, a jolt, a shift and sway. Now the journey's underway. The train's departing car by car. The headlight fades into the stars, puffing, chuffing out of sight. Steam train, dream train. Shh. Good night. And look, they have a nice little set here. We have a train set that we put under our tree every year. It's not an electronic one, but it's a little one that we bought in IKEA. When Evangeline was about 2 years old, she was really into trains. And every year, it's like a little wooden train, and the cars are magnetic. And so it's nice when you teach about magnets, repel, what a negative charge and a positive charge will attract, and then a negative and a positive will repel. That means it'll push away from each other. So if it has the same charge, like a negative and negative, or positive and a positive, the magnets repel from each other, mean move away. But when it's a positive and a negative, whoop, they attract. And that's how magnets work. And so it was nice that we had this magnetic train set, because it helped me to teach my children in science. And usually I'm able to put this train track in an 8 formation with a little bridge that goes like this, or I should say maybe a little hill. But during Christmas time, I'm able to break that apart and make it a circle right underneath the Christmas tree. And it brings us so much joy. And I've had it for years, since Evangeline was 2 and she's 9. So that's good 7 years that we've used it for Christmas. And it's definitely a part of our family. So I want you to keep dreaming, whatever your dream is. Think about the steam train, dream train. Think about your family working together. Think about staying together as a family. And think about how hard your family works for you every day. And don't forget to say thank you to your mommies this weekend who work hard for you every day. And keep your steam train, dream train together. Keep on dreaming. Follow your dreams. No matter what you want to be when you grow up, you can do it. But you know what's the first step, right? Tell me, what do you think it is? Reading. If you can read well, if you practice every day and you can read anything, then you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't, because you can. All right? I love you, Evangeline, Belina. I love you, little friends. Bye.